Finish up, Nick. I want to get your thoughts on the big one coming up the 21st of December in Saudi Arabia. Oleksandr Usyk versus Tyson Fury, the rematch. How do you see this fight going?
I hope it goes because with Tyson and the situation at the moment, I hope it comes off. A lot of these fights, when it comes to Tyson, I think get him in the ring and I'll know it's going to happen. You know what I mean?
Do you feel Tyson has to break Usyk's heart this time? Because I always think that Usyk, he mentally bamboozles you with the head feints, the foot feints. That mentally drained Tyson. Tyson Fury was trying to box him that time. I think Tyson Fury might approach this fight as he did in the second Wilder fight, straight on him, right at the tracks, put him right away. How do you see Tyson approaching this fight?
Tyson's now got his corner sorted out.
Do you think that was a big problem in the first fight? Too many cooks in the kitchen?
Listen, you can never have enough cooks in the kitchen because then you can get a great meal.
Yeah.
But if there's shit cooks, that's the problem. So you can have as many cooks as you want as long as they've all got good recipes and good experience. If you're in there for the wrong reason, if you're in there to turn around and just make your presence felt, you know what I mean? I feel a bit sorry for Big John Fury because what people did is they gave him a license. They gave him a license to say whatever he wanted initially, and then that just snowballed. You know what I mean? You've got to remember, don't get me wrong, you've got to say it's self-inflicted because what comes out of his mouth as a grown man is he's done it himself. But I like John, and I can understand that. He's trying his best for his son. He's trying his best for his own brand and image and this, that, and the other, and keep himself relevant. I think it went a bit too far, and I think that in reality, some of his actions, nobody's justifying that. But at the same time, you've got to remember that within this boxing industry, you see Security can't pick and choose who they want to turn around and be security against. So I've always turned around and said, you'll see certain fighters able to do certain things, certain corners and crowds able to do certain things that are very unsavoury. But then you'll see other ones getting dragged about and the security doing the job. And I said, just be consistent, man. Be consistent, because there's a lot of bullshit that goes on in these press conferences for clout that should be nipped in the bud, because somebody could get seriously hurt. Or what you might end up is with a guy who's a boxer, but he does boxing, but he's a bad dude outside. And he might turn around and say, hey, mate, what you say is what you said. And the way that you're running off your mouth here in front of the cameras, trust me, when them cameras go off, you better have that same energy, because I'm coming for you now. Mm-hmm. I'm not waiting for fight night, because the shit that you've been talking, I'm coming for you now. So mind your mouth. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of people should mind their mouth. You know what I mean? Because really and truly, if you had proper security on there, there'd be none of that. I've seen there's some good security teams out there, and there's some that aren't so good. You know what I mean? Like I say, them press conferences and that, I think the responsibility of the behaviour, there's a portion of it, obviously, has to come down to the individual, but a lot of it, the security control it.
But the security were Gold Star Promotions, and that's Tyson Security.
Well, they should be able to say, John, do us a favour, don't make us look a twat today, try and behave.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
But going back to the fight, Nick, if you're Sugar Hill Stewart, right, what are you telling Tyson Fury going into this fight?
Go out there, dominate him, bully him, push him about, beat him up. Simple as that. Give me the same kind of attitude, like you say, in the Wilder fight too. When Wilder and Fury fought initially the first time, they boxed to a draw, didn't they?
Yeah, first time.
Mm-hmm. The second time, people says, "What do you think?" I says, "Yeah." Wilder gets knocked out. So what? Wilder gets beat up this time. So what do you mean? Tyson's got his range now, and he wasn't even ready. This one here, it's entirely up to Tyson. I think, considering some of the circumstances behind the scenes with Tyson and that fight, you know, like personal matters and that, or some personal matters that you may or may not know about, but that can be detrimental. And that, I suppose, could have took his mind off the ball. And then he's got his dad he's sort of like babysitting for his dad and this, that and the other thing, because John does need babysat, in them situations. So them circumstances could have affected his display. Whereas now, he could turn around and go, you know what, I'm standing up and I'm going for it. If he's not here for the money and he's here for the glory, I can see him doing damage to you. I still give him a chance to do damage to Usyk. I do.
Do you think he beats him, that guy?
Listen, it's possible. Anything's possible with Tyson Fury. I think it's possible now. I've always said Tyson Fury's a state of mind.
Yeah.
If he wakes up on the morning one day, he can be a killer. If he does it another way, it's a disappointment. You know what I mean?
See if he gets stopped, Tyson Fury, does he retire? Is it the end? Is this not such a career defining?
Listen,
but
he's a travelling man. And if there's a penny to be made, he'll make it. And I'll tell you something now. Does that sound a bit Irish or is it
good, man.
traveller? Listen, for a fight, 20 million for a fight. Come on, hit me now. Listen,
yeah.
For that money. Have you seen them travelling men, them fighting travelling men?
Yeah.
And they're old, and Gypsy Joyce and this, that and the other, and they're like that, and they'll still fight now. You offer Tyson another 300 million. I'll take my coat off, tuck my belly in, and I'll fight you again.
I'm going to be straight with you. I think Usyk's going to get him between 5 to 8. And I'll tell you the reason why, right? If Tyson Fury approaches the fight as he did in the Wilder second fight, right, and he doesn't get Usyk out of there within 5 rounds,
this pain, yeah.
The pendulum's going to swing, mate. I'm telling you, because Usyk, it's going to be hard for him to keep that moving up for 12 rounds, but Tyson Fury fighting at that pace for 12 rounds, I can't see it happening. That's why I think Usyk...
You don't have to fight at that pace for 12 rounds, though, does he? You just have to keep him out for 12 rounds.
He's a cronk fighter.
Who is?
Tyson.
Yeah, but he can slow it down, can't he? Listen, before he's a cronk fighter, he's a travelling caravan fighter who will fight and mix it up.
I just think if Usyk can hurt him like that, he knows what he's doing.
What did you think about the fight then?
I thought Usyk was brilliant. I really did.
Do you think it was an even-sided fight up to a certain point?
It was very, very close. Until
what?
Until Usyk tagged him, and couldn't finish him.
And
then Tyson actually came on a bit stronger, I thought, to the latter part of the fight. But the correct decision was the right decision. Right. But I just think Tyson's approach in this fight is going to run out fast and run out of gas.
Well, yeah.
And I go back to the foot feints, the head feints. That's mentally going to drain him. Just ask Tony Bellew. Look what happened to him.
Well, nah, man. Well, that's why you're on the mic, and that's why I'm in the corner. Because I'm going to turn around and always give a belief that there's an opportunity there. Now, you've given in saying it was a close fight between Tyson and such until he got hurt. He got hurt and recovered.
Yeah, he did.
Right?
Yeah.
Listen, let me tell you this now. Usyk's a false champion. He shouldn't even be champion right now. He should not be champion right now. Daniel Dubois beat him.
Yeah.
And his ass went out. And I'll tell you what it is. Usyk's ass went. And he sat on the floor for quite a while, kidded all. Listen, that's not the workings of a champion. Not a chance. Now I've got a lot of respect in that for Usyk's skills and all that palaver. But you know what it is? Daniel Dubois licked him down, and he stayed on the floor, and he turned around and kidded it. And the reason why Daniel Dubois got beat after that is because he's got himself into that position where he's dropped his bombs, he's given him a body shot, he sat him down, and you know what? He's seen that 10 count go, seen that minute go, and you know what Dubois did? I've won this. And then all of a sudden, you got to fight again. How'd you pick that up again? How'd you pick that adrenaline up again and start again? You can't. It's hard to do.